Alright, what's going on, guys? It is a hot one today, supposed to get in the mid-90s, so I thought what better way to cool off than hop in one of these cold rivers here that is covered with trees and shade. So we are on the Wanaque River, I believe that is how you pronounce it. All these Native American names are kind of hard to pronounce sometimes. But first time here, we're just going to be fishing it, exploring, see what kind of fish are out here. From my research, it looks like it is at least classified as a wild trout stream by the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, which means there's a reproducing population of trout here. Again, from my research, it seems like it's brown trout. Now, I don't know if we'll see any. I don't even know if I'm on the right stretch of river where the trout are found. But either way, we're going to be using the small 3-foot dock runner rod and then a little trout magnet. So 1/64 ounce jig head with the trout magnet, soft plastic tail. I don't think we're going to get trout today, but really any sort of small panfish should be able to engulf that thing, and I've had a lot of success on it in the past fishing for panfish. So we'll give it a shot. We'll kind of go downstream, upstream, not really sure, but just hoping for some fish. Let's give it a shot. I think we're gonna head upstream first. Seems like it's a pretty shallow river, but let's try to find some deeper holes and find out where the fish are hanging out at. Oh yeah, fish on. First one of the day. Let's land this guy. What is this? Looks like a little largemouth, but it's a weird looking largemouth. Let's take a better look at this guy. Alrighty, first fish of the day. Beautiful little bass of some sort. I believe it's a largemouth, but the color pattern, kind of like the black line that goes along its body here, it looks different than what I'm used to with any largemouth. So I don't think there's spotted bass in New Jersey, but I'm not sure if this would be one of them or not. Either way, first fish. I am happy with this one. Let's let it go, and let's keep making our way down this river. Alright, so I am really happy with that little bass, no matter what it was. Trout magnet produced, and before I got to this spot, all I saw were a bunch of crawfish and then one little darter. So I'm glad that there's some other fish, at least in this stretch of the river. Now let's keep going and let's see what else we can find over here. Alright, we're gonna do another one here. He's in the current. Another one of those little basses. Yeah, so these guys, they don't look like all the largemouths I've caught in New Jersey or really anywhere else. But then again, I don't know if there's spotted bass in New Jersey. And honestly, I should know this, but I don't know how to tell them apart either. It might just be a unique looking largemouth that's kind of only native to like this river system. But either way, nice fish. Second one of the day, quick pick, and we will let this one go. Alright, so far both my fish have come out of this spot here. We got some water discharge out of here, which makes a nice deep pool here, and just like in my last video, there should be some fish hanging out here, waiting for something smaller to get swept up out of those rocks as the water's moving down and getting ready to ambush it. So let's try to find some more moving water and some more deeper pockets, and hopefully we can get into a couple more here. There's lots of micros in this river. It's just, they're too small for my trout magnet. Now, if I had some night crawlers and some small hooks, if I was able to use them, oh, that was a hit. Oh, there's some fish in there. They're interested in it, but they're still really, really small. All right, like I was saying, a lot of micros. We got a bunch down here. They're actually hitting the trout magnets, so maybe I'll be able to catch one. Doubt it. But if I could fish for these micros, we'd be having a pretty good day because there's a lot of them in here. All right, I tied on the little Hellgrammite. It's on a 1/200th ounce jig head. It's the smallest hook I have. And then just to help with casting, I put a split shot up about, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches above it. Still can't cast that well, but if there's some small fish here, I'm hoping that they could at least get their mouth around the Hellgrammite hook. All right, that little Hellgrammite was not going to work. So we're back with the trout magnet. That's the only thing I really had success on today. And out of the three, it's probably my favorite lure that I have the most confidence in. So we got about another hour to go. We've already been here about 2.5. So hopefully we can get a couple more fish here before it's time to go. Oh, just had a hit. Oh, there's a lot of fish in here. Not much size on these guys. Yeah, these are all small. Still can't tell what kind of fish they are. Creek chubs, maybe? There's a bigger one hanging out over there, too. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to hook these guys. There's tons of them, though. Super aggressive. Maybe it looks like dace of some sort, maybe. Oh, he's hooked. Got one. What is this? Creek chub. That's what these guys are. Alrighty, yeah, so I wasn't sure what these guys were. Turns out they are little creek chub. At least I'm pretty sure what these are, because this would be my first one that I've ever caught. So one more for the life list as soon as I figure out if this is actually a creek chub. This guy is super slippery, but there's a bigger fish out there. I'm wondering if it is a trout, so we'll try to get that one. Looks like a really good spot. I just pulled one creek chub out of here, but we got some fast flowing water that slows down, creates this nice deep pool here. So hoping there's some more fish in there. Oh, they are all over it, but it looks like they're all just creek chub. They're tiny. I don't see that big fish anymore though. He was just hanging out right there. His head was facing upstream. I know trout like to do that. Oh. Is that him? There's one big fish here amongst this group of maybe 20, 30 little ones. Wonder if I could get that one to bite. All right, that trout or whatever that big fish was here disappeared. We're gonna head upstream. Looks like there's another pool here. I might have just been fishing the wrong spots all day. Looks like all the action might be up here. Getting some more bites. Oh, do I have one? Got a fish. What is this? Largemouth. Here we go. Third largemouth of the day. All of them have been about the same size. And I looked it up. There's no spotted bass in New Jersey. But these kind of, I guess, more wild largemouths just look so much cooler. But let's let this one go. And let's try to get some more fish out of this little hole. There we go, fish on. Looks like a sunfish of some sort. I think a red breast. Yeah, red breast. Come on up here, dude. Alright, another new species for the day. A nice little red breast sunfish. So I think the problem was I was in the wrong spot of the river. I walked down a couple hundred yards and it's been a lot more fish, a lot more action. So let's let this one go. There we go. Fish on. What is this? Yellow perch. All right, another new species. You never know what kind of fish you're going to get out here, huh? All right, another new species for the day. A beautiful little yellow perch. I love the kind of orange fins. It kind of gives it a nice little pop, nice little accent. But beautiful fish. Perch are one of my favorites. We'll let this one go and get back at it. Alright, we're back to where I saw that trout earlier, and I believe he is back. The only problem is there's one trout that's maybe 8 or 9 inches, and then there's 20, 30, 40 creek chubs all around it. So I don't know if I'll be able to get him. Yeah, so all the creek chubs just go straight for it before the trout can even notice that it's down. Because the trout's still in the same spot, and all the creek chubs are going crazy. Alright, yeah, that trout's not even showing interest in this. So before I retie something, I think I'm just going to try a couple different colors of this trout magnet. Alright, trout like pink, right? Let's see if it's just a color thing or if I really got to change the lure. Yeah, he's not interested in this either. Let me make one cast a little bit closer. Alright, so trout's gone. I'm going to walk away for a few minutes and hope he comes back again. There we go. Fish on. This one feels decent. Another red breast. Ooh, this one's got some nice colors on him. Alright, it's not saying much, but this little guy might be our biggest fish of the day. So I was just wondering, how big can the fish get in a small river like this? Like how much life could this river sustain? But this is going to be the biggest one of the day. We'll let it go. And then we'll head back, see if that trout is back in that hole. There we go. Another red breast. This might be the biggest one of the day. Alright, this might be the biggest red breast of the day. Still not that trout that I'm looking for, but we'll let this one go. And maybe we'll get a trout here. I gotta go though, because I'm already late for where I was supposed to be. Alright, so that's going to do it for the day. It was really a story of two different halves. Early on I started out kind of way upstream, and I was kind of stuck between these two deep points. So I'd go all the way downstream as far as I could until the water got past my waist. I'd turn around, I'd do the same thing upstream, and in that little pocket there, I only picked up those two little largemouth bass, and they were tiny, and that was it. And I spent 2.5 hours there. So finally, I kind of hopped in the forest here, walked a couple hundred yards downstream, and I found this spot. And as soon as I got here, I saw that one trout, which kind of made me think I was in a better spot, and I sure was. I could not get the trout for some reason. He was really skittish and not going after my stuff, but I got another largemouth, a couple red-breast sunfish, a yellow perch, and then a creek chub. So overall, not a bad day. I just wish I didn't waste 2 or 3 hours upstream like I did to start the day. If I do ever come back here, this is going to be the spot I'm going to be coming back to, because I would love to get some of these kind of wild trout. Anyway, hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.